Well, happy Mother's Day to everyone. No doubt that the mother is one of the best things in life. We have an example this week. I want to send my condolences to one of our guys in operations, Alitra. He has lost his mother this day, so today is a sad day for him, but a happy day for others. Mothers are part of the emotions and rational part of everybody, so happy Mother's Day to my mom, to all your moms, and also for those of you who are mothers.
Fantastic. As usual, we'll begin with questions for the player. So your questions to Vishnu, please. Before we go on to coach, I see Shucharatadi with the first question. Yes.
Vishnu Shucharita from Oscar. Your opponent coach told that East Bengal's main strength is Indian footballers, and he took your name. What do you take on it?
What?
Your opponent coach told that East Bengal's major strength is Indian footballers, and he took your name. Vishnu is the one of them.
Can I say I am only playing my own style.
Just lower the mic a bit, yeah.
Hello. I am only playing only my style, coach decision, and I'm playing my style. I don't know other coach. What can I say? We are only stick on my plan. That's it.
Next question.
तो ईस्ट बंगाल सपना wants to know कब विष्णु बोल करेगा.
That also I don't know. I'm always trying every time. Maybe next game. I don't know. Let's see. Let's hope.
Next team match में होगा.
Let's see. Let's hope. I will try every time.
He already has 4 goal contributions this season, so quite a decent season so
ईस्ट
far.
बंगाल सपना wants more.
Yeah. And next question for Vishnu. Shomnath, yeah.
You can take the data that every time Vishnu plays win back. You are gonna give it.
Hi Vishnu. This season you have been playing a different role in the left wing back position. Earlier seasons you have played as a winger, but this season, especially this wing position, how difficult it is to adapt to this particular position, because for a wing back you need to have a much more workload.
It's not like difficult. As a professional player, we have adapt to our coach style, playing style. Every game, what coach say, we have to adapt that. I'm only doing that. That's it.
Next question for Vishnu. Any more questions for Vishnu? Vishnu, one question from our side. This season, as you mentioned, that you have been deployed in a slightly different position as a wing back, and so you have made 8 starts this season. As I mentioned, you have already made 4 goal contributions, 1 goal, 3 assists. And so tell us about this, how Coach Oscar has remodeled your game and how you are adding more value to the team in terms of this new role.
Yeah. I already told you, coach have one plan, we have to adapt that. Every coach have their plans. My coach have plan. I also adapting that every match. What coach every time encouraging me, supporting me every time. I'm happy for that. I'm also adapting what his plan also.
Very
Yes.
good. And one last question for you. Recently, you completed 50 ISL games. You've already played quite a few number of games for East Bengal, close to 70 games. And tell us about your journey at East Bengal so far, because you started from the CFL. We saw you as a budding centre forward, and from there you have played in so many different positions, adding value and making a significant impact. So how much has East Bengal contributed to your growth as a footballer?
I'm very grateful for that. I don't know where I started, where it's going. I don't know what is this, my journey. Always I am doing my hard work. Every time I want to become every time better and better footballer. Only for that my mind still now.
Thank you, Vishnu. Questions for Coach Oscar, who is going to make his 50th. It will be his 50th game for East Bengal, in charge of East Bengal tomorrow. So congratulations in advance, Coach. So first question, I see Shivaji Da raising his hand. Yeah.
Hi coach, Shivaji, working for Boston newspaper. Just before your press conference, Punjab coach said that tomorrow's game is special and crucial for both the teams. What's your take on that, and how do you rate your opponent tomorrow?
No difference with any other game. We don't look forward to what we can do after the season. Tomorrow is an opportunity for us to complete the main goal of the season, which is being a top 6. So like that we are going to treat them. One more game at home, one very tough rival. We have already played the semi-final of the Super Cup against them. I was announcing in many press conferences that for me Punjab is one of the positive surprises of this year. They have a very balanced team. They are a team that try to capitalize on transitions. They have a lot of good players on the central areas. It's completely a different game from the last few games that we are playing, that we were putting more efforts on the wings. So firstly we have to adjust, because all of us, we know the importance of the game of tomorrow, but in a short league every game is important. So like that, and only like that, we are going to treat the game and putting all the emphasis in the characteristics of our rival.
Yeah, Mutagli. Next question.
Hi, Coach. This is Mutag from Oscar Bruzon. Coach, from the first day, beginning of the ISL, you told us that you are thinking match by match, one by one, and you are not thinking about championship. But now, when you are in a league top position and 3 matches are remaining, so now can we say that now you are smelling the championship?
No, we can say that we lost 2 finals in penalties and we couldn't lift a trophy this year. And we are on the race. This is the only thing we can do. But the race is completely outside. It's not diverting our attention. It's not affecting us. The motivation comes from the 2 finals that we could not lift the trophy. So one more time this season, we have an opportunity and we need to be focused only on the 90 minutes of tomorrow. My message to the boys this week is Punjab, 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 and I can keep telling this for 100 times. So nothing else is in our mind.
And one more question, that what is the situation of Rashid now? Because last time we saw him playing for 5 minutes. Is he fit to play for 90 minutes?
In line with my last conversations, and it's difficult to understand, here people always are expecting a fixed system, and I understand your question, but I'm gonna reply my way. Everybody is trying to think in a fixed system, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. Everybody is thinking in 11 players, everybody is thinking that Bishno can only play winger, that Jigson can only play midfielder. We adjust to the demands of every game, and I think that with the time we have proven that every game is completely different from the previous game. So that is the work that we are doing this year, and tomorrow is not an exception. We are having a team that have their own characteristics. For example, they are the team that has won more balls on opponent's half. They do very well the high pressure. It's true that after 60 or 70 minutes they start having more distances in between the lines. So all that is the information that we are getting to choose the system and the players. You are asking me in particular about Rashid. As I say, see in between lines, I say that Punjab is a team that can capitalize on the central areas. They have 3 foreigners on that areas. They have Dani Ramirez that moves all around us in the number 10 position. They have Nsumbusi as a number 9. They have hard-working midfielders, and then on the wing sometimes they use the overlaps, especially with Ubais on the left. So if you are considering these characteristics and the characteristics of Rashid, it's going to be very simple to understand if Rashid will have a room tomorrow in the first 11.
Showmitro, I think you have a question.
Hi coach, I am Sumitra from SPA channel. Kevin Simile is available for tomorrow match because he had already 3 red cards.
Tomorrow is a final and we are not going to treat the game. We are not thinking at all in the next games of the season. Tomorrow, only in tomorrow. So if we can get the 3 points tomorrow, we are going to ensure that we can finish in a top 3 position. So I'm not making calculations, I'm not regretting, I'm not thinking who can play this game, the next game. Kevin is going to play tomorrow with 100% effort, and if he gets a card, we will have to adjust for the next league game that we will have next week.
Sudipta has a question.
Hello, coach. Sudipta from Anand. Coach, Punjab FC Sefiram already scored 8 goals. So, will he be your main threat for tomorrow's game? For your defenders?
Enfion has scored 8 goals because it's just consequence of the game style of Punjab. First of all, I also have to praise this coach, Panos, because as I say, for me, Punjab is one of the toughest teams this season. And after what they did in the Super Cup and the standings that they have, and still the possibilities of winning the league, Punjab is doing so far a fantastic work. And Sungusi, consequence of the center part of the pitch superiority that they do in many games. He's a goal scorer, he capitalized very well in crosses, also in set pieces. He's a player that is continuously disturbing the centre backs of the opposition. He has very good game with the back of the goal, especially for the incorporations of the second line of attack. So Nsungus is being one of the best strikers this year in the ISL, and tomorrow we need to be very aware that in half chance he can score 1 goal.
Yeah, next question.
Hi coach, I am Walter Chatterjee from News Asia. Since the Kerala Blasters match, which does not earn you favor, and you have shown one of the greatest comeback after that. What was the mindset and what was the conversation happened after that match that really changed your game?
As you know, after the Kerala games match, there was here a revolution with go back, with 1 draw. So I'm gonna say my message quite clear. There is many people doing talks around the club that probably they don't want the success of the club. I want to mention in particular these Panchayat legends of the club, Rahim Ali, Sandeep Nandi, Albito de la Cunha. So all these players, I don't see them anywhere talking these weeks about the title. They are former brokers of the club. They are always trying to punish and to spoil and to undermine all the way of East Bengal. So this message is for the fans and for the management. This kind of people is very harmful for the club. So after the Kerala game, we saw what happened. So where are they today? They are not talking anymore. And this is not about the coach, this is about my players, about my system, and about the damage that they do to East Bengal. And I'm telling it with a strong emotion, because everybody inside the club has suffered a lot with these Panchayat legends. I repeat the word, that they were brokers of the club, cancers, and probably the reason why East Bengal could not do good seasons in the past.
Staying behind in the league table is a pressure always. When you are in the top, I think more pressure. What is the actual atmosphere of the dressing room?
The dressing room has been fantastic all the season. The guys has a strong resilience, a strong mentality. They didn't get disturbed by any message outside the team. I think that the boys has always shown determination, willing. I think I'm very fortunate to be with a group of winners, of champions, and as I said before, the only thing that we are missing is a trophy. So the boys are very determined. I'm really grateful to have such a group of good players, professionals, coaches, staff, and even management. Everybody is showing now what is East Bengal, but the work is not done yet. All the efforts, all the focus is on the game of Punjab, and we are not looking if last week we were 5th in the standings, and thanks to win the game against Punjab, today we are the 1st. But depending on the result of tomorrow, everything can change. So we are only thinking in the 90 minutes of the game.
That's Are you feeling any pressure or expectation?
Pressure. I know it. No. If we cannot live with pressure, I think that I'm in the wrong job. Our work is pressure every day, not every game, every day. We have the pressure to think that we are the best. I have the best coaching staff, I have the best players, and if we don't think like that, you tell me how can I transfer the message to my players to make them feel that they are a champion team. So there is no pressure, there is only determination, confidence, and we want to be the best. So for that, we need to win the 3 games that are remaining in the season.
last question. Yeah.
Coach, is there this match is a preparatory match before derby, and is there any pressure on you and your team because you are on the tabletop and the cup was goal for scorer of this season?
I don't know what is derby, I don't know what is that. Right now, derby, last game of the season, 3 games, as I say, Punjab, 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 and Punjab.
How do you evaluate your team performances?
Sorry?
How do you evaluate your team performance?
Fantastic. We have the best metrics of the season in many areas, in goals scored, almost in goals conceded, in difference of goals, in chances created, in effectiveness up front, in winning the balls in central parts, in overloads on the wins. So if you analyze all the metrics with the modern platforms that you have today, East Bengal is giving this season fantastic signs, and we just hope to give continuity to this in the next 3 games.
Coach, one final question. Talking of the metrics, there's one quick stat I would like to read out, and I would like to know your thoughts on that. So since the time you have been deploying Vishnu as a wing back, and I would like to know how important is it to have a certain kind of dynamism in the system, be flexible, because since the time he has been, because he's sitting next to you, since the time he has been deployed as a wing back, we have scored 19 goals since round 4, which is the highest during this phase. And another stat is the number of big chances we create every game in this phase is 2.8, and our next closest rival is Mohun Bagan with 1.8, and all the other teams are below 1 or 1. So I would like to know your thoughts on this, the attacking indexes, and how it's important to be dynamic.
Thank you for reinforcing my message. As I say, we probably are the team with the best metrics, both especially in attack, but also in defense. The team is doing well. Besides, that was the area of the team that suffered more with injuries this season. You are mentioning Vishnu. We all know what are the characteristics of Vishnu. Vishnu is a very vertical player that he needs space to progress. He's understanding very well his role as a wing back. On the other side, we're using Bipin, so this is one of the reasons that if we have 2 attacking players on the wings, probably we need to reinforce with more players the central areas. In particular, I claimed this last year. Everybody was calling me crazy, but I say that Vishnu is one of the players that had to be in the national team. He showed it last year, and he's the coach of Punjab say that, and I'm gonna say the same. Vishnu for me is nowadays one of the best players in India on the wing sides. It's clearly that he's not a fullback, but you can use him in different positions as wing back, as left wing, and he's a player that in any given chance he can make a difference. So I think that East Bengal has been very smart to retain this player and to make a long-term contract with him.
Okay, thank you. And one final question, because this is our last home game. So Vishnu, your message to the fans, because this is a very crucial season for us, the way they have backed us, and your message to them ahead of the one final time we meet them in the season, and then I will come to coach. Yes.
For the fans, everyone want to come and support us. We are waiting for you also. Yeah, that's it.
Let's see if all of you don't cut, as Manolo said last week, let's see if all of you don't cut Let's see if all of you don't cut the content of this press conference. It's not easy for me to talk about the players that are, the people, that are trying to spoil, to undermine, and to have control, and to be on the spotlight, and to make brokerage of football. These people should be removed from any area of influence of this club. Thank you.